Alright. We're going to do some Bremen. We're going to look at a replay. Bremen in operations. I am running Lucians. I will post the commander skill. Actually, no. Because I've already shown Lucian's commander on my cruisers. So check one of the previous Bremen videos. But in this run, instead of playing on the west side of the map, we're going to play on the east side of the map. We're going to go this way. And kind of like preferably not really stop until we get over here. We're going to get a surprising amount of base XP on this. We're going to end up losing, I believe, 3. No, we're going to lose 4 of our teammates by the end here. We will be down at least 1 bonus, if not 2. It's going to be a little bit of a rough game. But we're going to make it work. We'll see what we can do, again, by playing on the east side. Because most of the games I've played on Aegis have been on the left side. With, like, my A gear. Or, I believe my Salem that I've done. Haruguma as well. I like to play on this side. So we're going to show what we can do on this side of the map this time. The plan is to go this way. And then once you get about here, you angle up to here. And then you keep going over till about E8, E9. Just around right here. The idea is to get here before the escorts do, so that when they come down here like this, you can AP broadside them, and then you can either HE or AP the middle and far side. While also coming up through here, you can shoot the ships as they all come down this way. And then the ships there, so notice how they're starting to turn in, because they're going to aggro onto the nearest target. In this case, it's the gearing. The AI knows the gearing is there. They don't spot the gearing, but they know it's there. So they're going to aggro onto his location. And so we're just going to come down this way, and we're just going to get some nice, juicy broadside. Same with the Illinois behind me as well. They do have... yeah, we do have some Harugumas here. So I'm hydroing for myself, and the Illinois is something to be careful of. In order to Citadel Yoshino with flat broadside, you need about 240, 250 millimeters of pin. So we're just aiming upper belt. And then we're going to focus on the DDs. Funny enough, the DDs have a lot more damage output than the Yoshino does. Because of how accurate they are. Haruguma HE hurts. Well, we're just going to keep going, not really stop. There's our Lucian's buff for the main battery reload. I don't think we get our secondary. I don't think we get the secondary buff. That's another Haruguma dead. We got our... So our first Schieffelin has elected to go up into D4 and has died against those 5 cruisers. Battleships, please. Do not. The only battleship that has remotely a chance up here is Valparaiso. Nothing else really has a chance being up here, so please do not do this. You're just griefing your team by doing that. So we pick up that. Shores is still alive here. We do have to collect time buffs. We do not manage. We end up not being able to get all of them. I see the Yoshino and the Takahashi here are kind of like angled in towards each other, so I try to like aim for a little bit of both. Takahashi starts angling out. He's going to end up beaching himself later on here. Not used to the slower shell velocities at these long ranges, so do end up missing some of my shots here. So notice the Dyson and Wisconsin they're still back here, whereas the Illinois is over here. These battleships could have been up here already, or they could have been over here, or where the Shores is, right? Instead, they're kind of back here. It's not going to be great for later on. So at the Manteuffel and Smolensk. Manteuffel and Smolensk. The Smolensk is not really in danger because the Manteuffel is over here. He's taking aggro. But he is going to get focused and die pretty easily. Because he's getting focused by all of them. I end up missing my shots in that Takahashi because he beached. I knew he was going to beach. Speaking of, there's Manteuffel dead. Alright, so that's 2 dead so far. We've got dead Schieffelin and dead Manteuffel. Battleships are in the back. Not tanking. Smolensk is closer, as if cruisers can tank enemy cruiser damage output, but okay. That's how they've elected to play the game. Let's see how that works for them. As I was saying earlier about the Takahashi, I knew he was going to beach, but again, not being familiar with the slow shell velocities, I did not aim properly and ended up missing all my shots on him. So, as of right now, it doesn't look great damage-wise. We're going to end up getting almost 600,000 damage here by the end. I think it's like 580 that we get. Yes, there is an island between me and him. Don't really care. I'm just going to keep shooting. There goes the shores. Wisconsin, Dyson, and Smolensk are still there. They're trying to push up, which is fine. So this Mogami here is actually side-scraping on the Azuma. So I should be aiming lower than what I am, and I'm going to end up missing most of my shells on him. You're going to see that they go over, like, the top of a ship, and that's because he's getting dragged by the Azuma closer to me. I do end up fixing my aim point, but it's a bit late. And once I really hear that, that salvo should kill him, I switch over to the Azuma. Azuma took a big hit there from the broadside. I'm checking where ship 2 is. Ship 2 and 4 is what I want to AP nuke, so I'm checking just how far they are. I do also have torpedoes in case I need them. It's kind of the whole point of being here. I'm checking behind me to make sure I'm not blocking the Illinois in case he wants to shoot over me. Again, we don't have the AP pin to actually get the Azuma. I noticed Illinois shooting Azuma, so I'm going to swap targets. Clausewitz having only 30 mil side platings. So it's pretty easy to full pin. So we're just going to swap AP and shoot this Clausewitz at long range. Set the first set of torps off on the Yodo as well, so I know he's going to be coming around. Illinois ended up getting the motorboat port over there. I let him know, because his guns are facing the wrong way. I let him know, hey, there's a motorboat over there. He will end up torpedoing him. It doesn't kill him. But, speaking of, there's the Yoda right there. And that's why we're sitting here. Alright, pretty easy to just immediately wreck him up. Or wreck him. So, Clausewitz is almost dead. I'm watching the torpedo angle for ship 4. Send those out. And then I'm going to try to aim upper belt on this Yoshino here. I'm not swapping to HE yet, because I'm still staying on the AP for this Yoshino here. There we go. I do end up sending one salvo of HE on the Yoshi on the far end. Ship number 3. But I get one solid salvo into ship 4. Torps finish him off. I ping, try and get the Dyson down there to go for one of those, hopefully. And ends up not doing it. So we don't get that bonus. But it is what it is. Swap to HE because Yoshino's getting a pretty weird angle for me. Again, light cruiser AP is kind of suspect at these longer ranges. So we're going to maneuver here to get this buff. So we've gone from under 200,000 damage to almost 450,000 damage here. My aiming's a little suspect as well. I think I'm aiming a little too high at this point. Yeah. I also need to be aiming a little bit further ahead. There we go. Dyson's picking him up. That's cool. So we end up getting 2 of the buffs, but again, not all 3. Transport ship 1 ends up picking up the first buff when we get the second here. Illinois is going to circle around and kind of chill with the Dyson. Dyson's going to push up. We're moving around from this E8 here over to this E9. We're going to station kind of like right here. trying to block off the shot angle from the Bungo and Shikishima over here while being able to shoot over this island at the ships up here. Islet Illinois. No, okay, so he can heal about 3/4 of his health there, of the missing health that he has. He is running a 4-heal build, and I let him know, like, hey, the game's about to end. There's no real point in holding on to those 4 heals. You might as well use your first one, even if it's not like a full heal. There's no point in waiting. It's better to gain the health now and then let the heal cooldown start, so that by the time you need it, you have the heal back, and you just start the next fight with more health. Instead of waiting for a completely full heal. Like, yes, you'll heal initially more, but the cooldown will be in effect during the fight after you start using it, and you'll have a less effective health during the fight. So while there's downtime, it's best to use that heal. I will be the one to take initial aggro up here, so I'm kind of watching my positioning here. Again, don't want to be spotted a little bit too early, so I'm kind of slowing down here. I know they spawn somewhere over here. They kind of spawn like somewhere over here. So I'm just chilling. See that I'm spotted? Pop my spotter plane. See if I can potentially see any of the cruisers over there. We do not. Although the Yamagiri who is spotting us actually ends up shooting, so we can shoot him back. Since I'm not seeing them, I start backing up, moving forward again. Try not to be stationary, because again, the Shikishima and Bungo back here, I don't want them nuking me. The Illinois has some decent damage output. He does. But I have most of the damage output on the team at this point. Between the Dice and Illinois and myself. There's the Yamagiri. We do get our heal. That pops. That's cool. Unfortunately, it doesn't heal unhealable health, which is kind of a shame. Speaking of, those Bungo and Shikishima shells just kind of landed behind me. You can see there at the very edge of the screen just a little bit ago. There's the Yamagiri. See him? There's the Yodo. There's the Yamato. There's the Shikishima. And there's the Bungo. So we're just gonna go ahead and chill here. Take out this Yamagiri. We want to let the Liberty ships kind of push up, and the battleships too, hopefully push up. They're not. I mean, they are pushing, but I'm going to end up being the one to take all the aggro, because they're not going to push in front of me. So, that's okay. I see that our Liberty ship in D8 is about to enter D9. I'm checking my team where they're at. They're kind of like right next to me. So I'm going to start pushing out, trying to get out before that Liberty ship in D9 enters, because if he enters before I do, he'll get focused, and I don't want him to die. So we're going to pull out into D9 and take aggro. Remember, on this map, any ship in D9 and D10 will get prioritized first. Speaking of getting Citadel, that Yamato just Citadel just through that rear there. What? We're going to focus the Yodo. Then we're going to focus the Zal. I forget if... I don't think we end up killing the Zal. I don't think we have the time to do so. But... I see the torpedoes. I honk my horn to let my team know. Try to get their attention and make them look so they can see the torps. Got Shikishima and Bungo. Thankfully, Shikishima has very terrible dispersion on that shot. So, that's cool to see. See, I'm almost overcorrecting, so I blip my throttle to slow down, to turn in again, to tighten my turn. You can decrease your speed to increase your, or decrease your turning circle. But there we go. That's the game. Transports make it in. 581,000 damage. Right, got some good ribbons here. 950 main battery hits. It's pretty cool. 2,700 base XP. Significantly more. I was honestly surprised by the sheer amount of base XP that we got in this game. That is a lot. I was not expecting that. Main battery. That AP on those citadels is really juicy. It really is. Decent damage on the fires, 31,000. Secondary is getting me almost 21,000. Torpedoes, 81,000 damage. Pretty good. 1.2 mil pot. Not a bad showcase of the Bremen. Again, on the east side of the map instead of the west side like what I normally do. But that's some gameplay y'all can try to replicate if you want. Again, just use the island covers. There's plenty of islands to play with on the east, so use the island cover to block off particular angles of attack, so you can force 1v1s or 1v2s. But y'all enjoy. God bless.